Guys, I'm really excited about this one. Adrian Stone, who's coming up on the vlog today. We have similar backgrounds and we're from the same tribe. I've seen Gavin Appel on the show. Well, this is Gavin's younger brother, Adrian.
Better looking brother.
No, not really. But Gavin Appel and Adrian know each other quite well. Also, Paul Naftali from Rampersand. Next time you have a whiskey night, how about we do it in my whiskey room, and I'll show you that after this, Adrian. Adrian, great to meet you. What I've understood from you is, firstly, we're from the same tribe.
Yeah.
But maybe not as
tall, good-looking people.
That's allegedly.
Yeah.
But actually, what I understand is we've got similar backgrounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Business backgrounds.
Business backgrounds.
Yeah. Well, when you invited me to come and meet with you, I had a look, obviously, at your background. I'm sure you looked at mine. Yeah. Otherwise, you've done no research at all. That'd be terrible. And I saw that you basically start off as an inventor and scratched a problem, and you built a solution, and you launched, I think, in Australia first, and pretty quickly realised the market size was too small.
Yeah.
And that's really a big failing in most startups here.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that the market was too small. It's just that the market on the other side, i.e. North America, was insanely large.
Okay, I looked at it differently.
Yep.
So I did mine was a services business.
Yep.
And I'd been operating for a long time. I've been already operating for 10 years. So I mean, no fast startup there at the time. And I finally sat down and did some analysis and worked out how much I wanted to sell the business for to make me reasonably comfortable. And therefore I worked backwards how much net profit I had to make compared to how many customers I had. I would need to drive it. And I would have needed 100% market penetration of the top 1,000 corporates. Okay. Not going to happen. So mine was driven by an imperative.
Yep.
And I thought, well, what are the largest markets? US and UK. And I ended up doing a look around, ended up in the USA, kind of like you.
Yeah, amazing.
But as soon as I got there, I realized and I had a joint venture. So I negotiated this joint venture deal because I didn't know about venture capitalists. So I thought joint ventures would be a great way, going to partnership with somebody who already had my customers, add my services on. And we were 51, they were 49, but I thought any percent ownership, but I thought any contract you can get, you can lose.
Yep.
So behind their backs, almost, not in a nice way, I had an acquiring in mind, and I sold the business really very quickly after I launched it there.
Yeah, wow. And you were based in Chicago?
Yeah, the Windy City, cold and windy.
What neighborhood?
Northern suburbs, Deerfield, which is demographically tribe-like, exactly like North Caulfield, where I live now.
Yeah, I know it well. I spent a lot of time, actually I lived in Los Angeles for just shy of a decade, and I spent at least a year backwards and forwards between LA and Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Working with IDEO, who were right near the old Sears Tower,
was they downtown?
Tower. Yeah, so they were downtown, and I spent a lot of time sort of like in that neighborhood, but had distribution in, I think it was Highland Park. Oh, Highland Park.
Oh, Highland Park, that's the other Jewish area in Chicago.
Yeah, so
and it's closer to the beach, it's beautiful.
Shout out to David Levy, who will definitely be watching this vlog. In fact, I'll tag him in this vlog. So interesting, and then smaller world, you come back to Melbourne and Caulfield. Your son is now living in Los Angeles.
Yeah, he is.
I actually,
Hi, Evan.
my kids were born in Los Angeles, so Southern California, and they've got dual citizenship, which is amazing. But I think that's actually like almost like the best gift I've given them, but almost potentially as a father, I'm not entirely sure I want them to sort of live abroad, away from me. How are you coping with?
Well, it's one of the reasons we came back because, in America, it's much more likely that your children will go to, grow up, go to school. But when they get into college, they'll go anywhere. Yeah. Then they'll get a job, they'll be anywhere. And we thought we'll come back to Australia because then our kids will be here. And then our son moved to LA.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but your son voted to come back when you were living in Chicago.
Yes.
Let's go back home.
Yes.
Let's not stay in the US anymore. So parents and everyone relocated home. And we go. It's often that way. Mate, you're now, obviously successful exits and doing some angel investing.
Yep.
What are you looking for? I mean, we've got a ton of people on here that are you active?
At the moment, I've taken a sabbatical. I've used COVID as an excuse. I started Melbourne's first accelerator back in 2011 with Nathan from Inspire 9. And we ran that for 6 years and made 30 investments. And in parallel with that, I made over 30 personal investments and very little overlap between the two for signaling issues. And so I've got a reasonably large portfolio. It'd be nice to get some exits now. To be fair, my very, very, very first investment has been by far my best. It's paid back everything else.
Amazing.
But it'd be nice to see some other ones do the same thing.
Well, I take it that one of your investments was not Afterpay.
Not Afterpay.
Which just completely crushed the market. Congratulations to the guys there.
Yeah.
$2.7 billion each. But actually, the number that blows my mind is Afterpay, I don't even know how long they've been in market. Not very long. And they were valued at half the market cap of ANZ Bank. 80 billion versus 39 billion. That's a it's the biggest acquisition in Australian history,
Correct.
is what I understand. But let's bring it back to our small guys over here. Sabbatical, are you active in those 60 investments, or are you just sort of hanging around the peripheral?
I've only got one investment that I'm even an advisor on, officially an advisor on, and that's in that payment space, ironically, business-to-business payment space. I'll call them BizPay, actually. I can give them a shout out, why not?
BizPay?
BizPay.
Are you behind BizPay?
Well, I'm an investor in BizPay.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a small world here. My brother-in-law is involved in BizPay.
Which one's your brother-in-law?
We'll keep him off the record.
Sounds good. We'll talk about it off the record.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited about that. And funnily enough, it's my son's friend Alex in LA, who's one of the co-founders, who introduced me into it.
Yeah, amazing.
But look, my attitude with startups is that I respond if the founders need me.
Yeah.
I don't push myself, so I don't sit on any boards. I'm not formally an advisor on any of my other startups. And I figure if I have this relationship where I've invested in the founders because we get on well, and I usually meet most of them through office hours, to be true, or in co-working spaces. So I figure if they want me, they'll ask for me.
Yeah, totally.
And if they ask for me, I always give.
Amazing. I'm blown away. I'm trying to do a bunch of things with BizPay at the moment. I love what they're about. It's not too similar to Afterpay, but in business services. It's amazing. Jonathan Hart is going to be marrying my sister. I don't know when he's going to be marrying my sister, but they're engaged. And he's one of the co-founders and very heavily involved in BizPay.
Right.
Alongside a couple of the other guys.
Yeah, David and Alex are the two I deal with.
Yeah. So, and I'm looking to do some work with them because I think the community could really drive value from what the offer is.
So this is becoming a pitch to BizPay on why they should be in Creative Cubes. I love it. Let's go for it.
Yeah, no, I'm not angling for them to come into Cubes, although it would be awesome. And I think we need to get to Sydney in order for them to be able to really engage with us.
No, they need a Melbourne office. Come on.
Yeah, they need a Melbourne office.
Come on, let's do this thing.
Mate, amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to see them all become unicorns for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can talk forever, but these guys behind the camera, not the guys filming, but the audience, they're going to switch us off in a split second. So I don't want to
switch off the minute they heard me talking.
Maybe. Guys, thank you for your time today. Adrian, Toby, thanks.